I think at this point, I'm just fairly confident that Carlo's my guy.
I felt like it all happened like so fast. I feel like, and
You me good. You me so good.
I know I'm ready to take this step further and be more serious about getting to know him and only him. And I just want to hear where he's at. I'm sure he'll have a big smile on his face because he's been waiting for this.
I wouldn't be too sure about that, Tiffany. Tiffany has gone from being the girl that guys literally fought over just days ago to now possibly not having any love interests at all. So let's rewind to the start and figure out how everything has changed so dramatically. So we join them in this episode with Tiffany and Jay going on their dates.
With Carlo, the chemistry is like a slow burner. I'm building it up and it's, consistently building up. But I came here with the idea of let me be more open.
Now, after the fight that Jay and Carlo got into, Tiffany wasn't sure that this date was actually a good idea, but she decided to go on it anyway. Now, Jay, on the other hand, knows Tiffany has a thing with Carlo, but that doesn't faze him. He isn't worried about that at all.
Do I feel like I'm a contender for Tiffany? I believe that, it's all fair and love and war. But one thing that I have that the other guys do not have is one, look at me. Everybody loves chocolate.
Now, the problem is, I'm not sure that Tiffany is into chocolate anymore. I mean, I'm talking about her weight loss, of course. Look, the truth is, and I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke, but the truth is, Tiffany has been very open about her connections. She had a connection with Rocky and Carlo, and when Jay asked her out, she decided to explore that as well. But let's not forget, Rocky has now asked Chantel out, so her options, whether she knows it or not, have kind of whittled back down to just Jay and Carlo. So this date with Jay could clear up a lot of things for Tiffany, and the pair waste no time in actually getting to know each other. Like, Jay asks her, what is your number one priority that you're looking for in a partner?
I have 2 kids, and there's certain things that need to be understood to be in a situation with someone who already has children.
I'm a high school teacher, so kids is a very big part of my life.
He understands having kids, and what's more, he isn't running for the hills the moment that Tiffany mentions that she's a mum. That, by all accounts, is a way better response than what she got from Carlo. Remember, his reluctance to date someone with kids has been one of the biggest roadblocks between Tiffany and Carlo. But as far as this date is concerned, Jay is curious about what Tiffany sees in him. Like, why did you say yes to this date? He asks.
I want to walk out of here with someone that I can spend my life with. And that's why I'm exploring this, because it could be that thing I'm looking for.
Tiffany and Jay have become friends, and that is precisely what Tiffany is looking for. She wants a relationship that has a solid foundation of friendship. And since Jay checks that box, well, she wanted to give him a chance. But that being the case, Jay also wants to make sure that they explore their attraction as well.
If I ask you for a kiss right now, can I get one?
The lady.
Just one.
Jay is clearly keen not to get stuck in the friend zone, but that is quite a risky, quite a forward ask. I mean, the date has barely started. He is moving quite quickly. Tiffany doesn't exactly seem to be super on board with the idea of a kiss. And I guess being made to feel uncomfortable on date number 1 doesn't exactly bode too well for a second date. Now, Tiffany's uncomfortableness is very obvious. In fact, she actually says, this feels like we're doing something wrong.
You're not tied down to anyone here. So, I mean...
I'm sorry, because I'm so shy.
No, you're fine, because the thing is about it...
It takes me a little while.
This feels like more than just being shy. Don't get me wrong, Jay isn't exactly forcing Tiffany into anything, but I don't think that she's necessarily ready for this. In the end, she does agree to a tap kiss to explore their connection. But even then, Jay tries to push that further too.
I'm a good girl. Keep yourself.
Look, I think Jay was just trying to be open about his feelings and his intentions, but he really should have taken the hint when she pushed him away the first time. He probably thought that it was a good idea to openly show Tiffany that he was really into her. But that may have just backfired. Like, it's just left Tiffany feeling weird about the whole situation.
In my mind, I'm thinking like, what the did I just do? I really was not expecting for him to be this forward. Like, it's just so awkward.
Yeah, sorry to say it, but if Jay had a shot before this date, that to me sounds like he's just now completely blown it. Thing is, Jay doesn't seem to be able to read the room. You see, even after that disastrous kiss, despite how uncomfortable Tiffany clearly is, he asks her whether he's her number one. And to her credit, Tiffany has to let him down gently. She tells him that she still intends to get to know Carlo as well.
I think Jay's moving way too fast for me. I don't feel like Jay's considering like the vibe, I guess. And he's just trying to like either lock something down or make something happen.
Yeah, the date was a complete disaster, but it has helped Tiffany to get the clarity that she needed. So, when we join her later on that evening as they all head out to sexy bingo, Tiffany announces that she has come to a conclusion.
I think at this point, I'm just fairly confident that Carlo's my guy.
That's great and all, right? I'm happy for you, Tiffany, but Carlo doesn't know this. In his mind, Tiffany is still exploring her options. He knows that she had her date with Jay, and we know that he doesn't like Jay, so he's not sure where he stands in all of this. And that uncertainty seems to have opened up his mind to other potential opportunities.
Elise and
like, I'm not talking to you.
I are great friends. So I was like, maybe I should take Elise on a date. Like, and see if we're more than friends.
Now, at first, Carlo just says that they should go out on a friend date, but Elise doesn't want that. If we go out, then we need to take it seriously, she says. We need to actually explore our connection. It needs to be a real date. So Carlo agrees, and get this, he even goes down on one knee to ask her out. And honestly, what is it with these guys moving so fast? That escalated pretty quick, didn't it? Now, the thing is, Chantel has a front row seat to everything that's going on. And watching this, she knows that this is going to come as a giant blow to Tiffany.
Tiffany's been having all of these guys on the hook, and now they're just wiggling off. She's not going to be happy about this little love connection going on over here.
Putting aside Chantel's very clear glee at Tiffany's misfortune, the truth is, she isn't exactly wrong. Tiffany at one point did have all of these great connections, but one by one they all seem to now be falling apart. Remember, Rocky hasn't asked her out at all and is instead spending time with Chantel. Tiffany herself has decided that she isn't into Jay, and now Carlo is also down on one knee pursuing other interests. But remember, Tiffany doesn't know about this, right? Quite the contrary. And in fact, during Sexy Bingo, when Carlo has to do a dare, it seems to very much imply and give Tiffany the impression that he is still very into her.
Take off one article of clothing.
Flex!
Yeah, bitch.
Now, while his strip tease is aimed at Tiffany, he actually takes it one step further. He goes and sits next to her and then kisses her. Judging by this, there's no indication whatsoever that he has anyone else on his mind. Tiffany, understandably, is completely oblivious. But that just makes what happens next even crazier. You see, when we catch up with Carlo and Elise later on in the episode, we find out that something went down the previous night that we didn't see.
I felt like it all happened like so fast. I feel like, and
You me good. You me so good.
Wait, what? So Carlo has gone from liking Tiffany so much that he almost got in a fight with another guy over her, to literally a day or two later, sleeping with Elise. Now, keep in mind, they haven't gone on their date yet, at least not that we've seen. They appear to have slept together the same evening that he asked her out. Now, not only did they sleep together, but they also say that they have a deep connection, and Elise claims that she wouldn't have done this with anyone else. Now, I'm not sure that I necessarily believe her. We all saw how quick she was to act with Rob on the very first night, but either way, this with Carlo sounds like it's more than just a hookup. But that now leaves them in a very messy situation.
You're in this position with Tiffany,
Right.
and the last thing I want is to be a Cole, Rob, Jen mess.
You know, I feel bad. I feel really bad.
Look, they might not have seen this coming, right? But if they have such a strong, deep connection, surely this must have been building for quite some time. So if that's the case, well, Tiffany has been honest with Carlo about seeing other people, but Carlo hasn't exactly been honest with her, has he? He hasn't given even the slightest clue that he had such strong feelings for Elise. You've got to imagine that is going to come as a bolt out of the blue for Tiffany. It's going to have come out of nowhere. Now, Carlo says that he imagines spending the rest of the resort with Tiffany, but that's now changed. One night with Elise and his head has completely turned.
But I just feel in my heart like I'm going to continue and be with one person, that it's got to be you.
Oh my God.
So,
Now, they both commit to being with each other exclusively for the rest of the resort, which, while not exactly a lifetime commitment, will undoubtedly change things for many people. Like, their new union is going to have knock-on consequences that extend beyond just the two of them. I mean, all you can say to that, the fact that they're both so sure about this, means that that must have been one hell of a night. I mean, they're both adamant that they want to spend what's left of the time together so that they can work out whether or not they stand a shot in the real world. But, of course, that now means that Carlo is going to have a difficult conversation.
Are you gonna have a conversation with Tiffany?
I have to. I feel like it's going to break her heart.
Yeah, this isn't going to be easy. Now, I still maintain that Carlo should definitely have given Tiffany a heads up that he was interested in Elise. But it's too late now. Now, the good thing is that they don't want to hide this relationship. They're not going to string Tiffany along. Elise wants him to just rip off the Band-Aid and get it done as quickly as possible so that he can come back and see to her as quickly as possible.
Okay, so you're gonna go talk to Tiffany and then come back and What?
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Again, some hell of a night it must have been. Both of them are eager for round two. They're both excited about this new connection they have. But at the same time, Carlo is very nervous about being honest with Tiffany. I mean, he does have a heck of a lot to confess, and it isn't going to be easy. So, as he leaves Elise to go and find Tiffany, Elise is left hoping that Carlo can actually follow through on his promise to be honest.
I feel like he's so nervous of letting her down and hurting her. Is he actually gonna say to her that one, we and two, we're now exclusive?
So while Carlo is nervous, so he should be, because Tiffany has a lot of big expectations for their conversation. She knows that Carlo is coming over to see her, and she's made a big decision. But the thing is, her big decision, unbeknown to her, just so happens to be the complete opposite of the decision that Carlo and Elise just made.
I know I'm ready to take this step further and be more serious about getting to know him and only him. And I just want to hear where he's at. I'm sure he'll have a big smile on his face because he's been waiting for this.
Poor Tiffany has no idea what's in store. This conversation is going to be devastating for her. Now, in the meantime, Courtney and Joe just so happen to head over to Tiffany's room. So when Carlo arrives, he's shocked and taken aback to find out that they have company. He for sure wasn't expecting to have this difficult conversation around others.
I need to take a private moment with you.
All right, me and Joe will go inside while you guys have a private
and you guys can have a chat.
Good, bro? Hey.
And with that, alarm bells are starting to ring for Tiffany. Like, just look at Carlo's face. I think it's written all over his face that this isn't going to be a happy conversation. Now, unfortunately, this is where the episode ends. We don't get to see how the conversation pans out. But you don't need to be a genius to work out that this is gonna suck for Tiffany. I just hope that what Carlo and Elise have is worth it. But I guess judging purely by the life-altering night that they spent together, this is probably for the best. His connection with Elise is a lot stronger than his connection with Tiffany ever was.